Hey guys, so I decided to do this YouTube video to let y'all know what I've been through, what has have happened in like the past few months of going through this process and how I'm feeling and how's it affected me, etc. Stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so I dealt with this pain for so long. I had cancer the whole time I was dealing with this pain and I didn't even know it. And due to having cancer, I got this lung infection, which made me throw up like every day. I was throwing up phlegms. It was like mucus like, and it was just nasty. And then my back started to hurt and I was getting pains in my stomach, like burning sensation and numbness. And I couldn't deal with this pain to the point where I couldn't even get out of bed without crying. And I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to go to school. And my breathing sound like crackling, like my breathing was weird. I don't know, some of my friends were like, why are you breathing like that, what's wrong and everything. And I didn't know it was because I had a big old cancer mass in my chest. It was just there without me even knowing it, so I couldn't breathe. Not only breathing problems I dealt with for a long time, it was also the side pains in my stomach, like in my kidneys area, and then my back was hurting, and then I had complications breathing. Like it was just weird. Like I'll lay down straight and then I'll get up and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't move because the side of my kidneys were hurting. And I was just going through all this pain, like my body was hurting, but little did I know was that I had cancer laying on my chest area, like from here to here, and then on my kidneys, on this side of my kidney, and then on the spine on my back. They found cancer. Not only that they found cancer there, they found cancer everywhere in my body. On the 5th, that's when I got diagnosed with cancer. They found that I had cancer everywhere past the lymphatic system. That's when I went to go check because I couldn't deal with this pain no more. So, and then they took me to Texas Children's Hospital. And then on the 8th, that's when I got a biopsy so they could find out which type of cancer I had. And then they told me on the 11th, on my birthday, that I had Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. And it was scary. Like, I didn't know how to process it. I didn't cry. I remember I didn't cry. I was just shocked. And yeah, and then we started treatment right there and then. That was my first surgery, was the biopsy, and that was scary because I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know. I was just scared. On the 7th, I got my PICC line. I think it was on the 7th, which was with my arm. I was awake that time. I wanted them to knock me out, but I was awake. And I saw everything. I saw when the thing went in my vein. I felt the stitches. Even though they numbed the area, I kind of felt like some pain. So yeah, and then ever since then, we've been getting treatment. On the 9th day of being there in the hospital, we got released and then we came home. And I thought I was going to be okay. I thought, okay, I'm going to finally have time to rest. I'm not going to throw up no more. I'm going to feel better since I'm not getting these fluids in me, the medicine, the chemo, whatever. But no. Every morning, I have to be getting shots. I have to be drinking my pills. After like a round of chemo, there's 8 days that I had to take these chemo pills at home. Not only I get chemo treatment at the hospital, I also get it here at home for 8 days. But yeah, I take these pills for 8 days at home, chemo, and I throw up every day. Like, I feel so weak. I can't. Not only those pills, besides those pills, I'm taking other pills, and those side effects also are like, you feel nauseous and sleepy, and it'll make you weak. And yeah, so I take like 7 pills in the morning and like 5 at night and like some in between. And there's 3 other pills that are like, if you need it, like for pain and everything. So yeah, it's like 3 days of chemo at the hospital, and then I get 8 days of chemo here at home. And then we go back to the hospital for like blood work for like twice a week. So I'm gonna just give you an example, like one time. So Monday and Tuesday, we go to the hospital. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we don't go to the hospital. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we get admitted. And then we come home. And then for 8 days, I have to get shots and then chemo at home for 8 days, and then we get a rest from chemo, and then the next week we still go back to the hospital for like blood work and stuff, and then we come. It's just a routine. It's just hard to explain because every time it changes a lot. I have like a lot of appointments. There's never like a break of like us just being home for like a good 3 days straight, because we always have to go to the hospital. It's always back and front. And I get my chemo like every other weekend. I think that's how it works. Yeah, because it's not like every weekend. It's every other weekend, or it's not every other weekend, but every other week. You know what I mean? It could be any day. It lands on any day. It's always changing. It's not always Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It could be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or something. But yeah, that's how it. And then when we go for blood work, they have to poke me in my chest because I have a port there, because they took out the PICC line that's in my arm, and the port, it's painful kind of when they having to poke me, and the needle's like this big, and like half of it's in you and half of it's like out, and it's just a lot. I don't like getting poked. I never look forward for that. I always cry. Or sometimes they finger poke me and you could see that there's still marks there. But when I get chemo treatment, that's when they have to poke me here. I can't say, oh, poke my finger, because I can only say poke my finger when it's like blood work. So it's like for them, like, except for them poking me in my chest where it's gonna hurt just to take out blood, they could just finger poke me and get blood out. But when it comes to getting my chemo treatment, it's gonna have to go through here, and I don't like that. It hurts so bad. I hate it. But no. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I know this did not make sense, but I'm pretty sure in the future when I make other videos and take you in this journey of mine, they'll make sense and they'll come out better. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. And yeah.